You are welcome to this channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe. Natasha in the news again. There is a fresh allegation about harassing ministers on behalf of Senate President Ubani. Natasha Akpabio recently accused the Senate President of instructing her to harass ministers on his behalf to secure kickbacks and favors, adding to a series of allegations he had made against Akpabio. Monday, Ubani, legal counsel to Senate President Godswill Akpabio, has criticized suspended Senator Natasha Akpabio's latest allegations against his client, calling for evidence to be presented through appropriate institutional channels rather than media campaigns. Speaking to TVC News, Ubani expressed frustration with what he described as a pattern of unsubstantiated claims. There has been no reaction whatsoever to all the parades of allegations that have been made by Senator Natasha against Senator Godswill Akpabio. The Senate President has never been speaking to any of the media outlets concerning this matter, he stated. The council emphasized that proper institutional mechanisms exist for handling such serious accusations. We feel that the best thing to do is to follow the institutional mechanisms in order to look at whatever allegation anyone is making. If you have an allegation against the Senate President, there are institutions that are the judiciary, there is the National Assembly, or you go to the security agencies to make those allegations. Ubani explained. He criticized the approach of making allegations through social media and press outlets without providing supportive evidence. Ubani specifically addressed the latest allegation regarding ministerial harassment, expressing concerns about the frequency of new claims. There is a fresh allegation about harassing ministers on behalf of the Senate President that she has actually made. Again, every day we keep on hearing of allegations, and it comes out of just minute by minute, he said. Well, it's going to be a little bit difficult to, blame Senator Natasha Akpabio as regards a method of, rolling out some of these allegations. If that is the best way she feels she will be heard, and then the respite can come for her, well, that she might decide to go through such routes. But be it as it may, any case that is in court is not expected to be discussed publicly, and I know that, and I want to believe also the learned, man, the lawyer, counsel to the Senate President, Mr. Ubani, also know that. And in this regard, it's not discussing the ones that are in court. Is particular about the fact that he is weary of Senator Natasha of bringing out allegations through the social media that media I believe that they are not, in quote now, institutionalized and recognized. If she feels that she still have more incriminating evidences against the Senate President, she should bring it forth and go to the law enforcement agents, or you should visit the judiciary, or better still, you can approach the National Assembly. But we all know, how can she approach the National Assembly where she has been suspended from? That's number one. Number two, where Senator Akpabio will be the Senate President to sit down to begin to adjudicate and pontificate in his own case. We know that is a no-go area. And the other aspect of it is that even if you decide to go to the law enforcement agents, this man we are talking about is the number 3 man in the country. He might not necessarily, be affected, because of course the law enforcement agent might be in quote now under his beck and call. He can easily run to the executive leader and they can call the law enforcement agents even to order. In that regards, I know Akpabio is going to be at a loss, and then probably is also looking at the judiciary, which is the final arbiter of a common man. Of course, and Natasha is a lawyer herself. She should know better that instead of parading in a lot of series of allegations on the social media, she should just go straight into the court of law and let the judiciary put a lasting solution even onto the problems between her and the Senate president and the Senate at large. And we wouldn't forget that recently, not too long, that the Senate president is trying to withdraw some appeal which were struck out by the appeal court, and then a fine of 100,000 naira was even imposed that it should be given to Senator Natasha because of it. And as a result of that, I think to a large extent she's going to get a fair judgment. I use the word fair because it's going to be based on the evidences before the court of law. And when we say it is fair, it might not even favor her or the other party, but at least by the law, it's going to be fair. And then that's the third area that Napoti Idoaga Natasha can take her case to, according to Bani, that instead of going to social media and begin to make a series of barrages of allegations. And then also the Lale counsel was saying that these allegations are not substantiated with evidences. I think to a large extent, Natasha should be careful so that the kind of situation that arose that the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation had to charge her to court for giving false information will not arise again at this point in time. Be it as it may, as we have said that, I think an Ubani too, who happened to be a counsel even to the Senate president, have every right and duty to his own, client to sue Natasha for defamation of character and all this falsehood, even if it is on social media, even if it's on print too, medium, he can as well institute a lawsuit against her. So instead of coming to complain and say all sorts of things on the national television, why didn't he just quietly go to court and then sue Natasha? After all, the Office of the Attorney General, through the Bureau of Public the prosecution, charged this woman to court when they felt that the information she gave as regards the previous election towards 2023 or so, concerning the former Kogi State Governor Yaya Bello and also this Senate President Godswill Akpabio were false. She was charged to court and then she had to go and defend herself. So if Ubani could pick all these new allegations that he felt that they have no substance, there are no evidences, but it is geared to smearing of the name of the Senate President and defaming him, they should quietly just approach the court of law so that they can seek justice in a very civil manner, and they will going to get a fair judgment in the real sense. But also, we should not forget that Natasha and Akpabio are senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. They should stop unnecessary dirty plays and they should please focus on the assignment that is given to them, even to make sure that Nigeria is on the right course, because they have a job to oversee what the executive is doing. And if they are distracted with bickering and infighting like this, how will they do that? And we don't want corruption again to continue to eat us up. We want to be free of this cancer. Please, they should please sit up and get the job done for Nigerians. Remember to subscribe to our channel. Keep coming for more updates. Make sure you like and please share.